Hello beauties, hello. Here we are at the beginning of the week. I'll just wait a few moments and see how it's all tracking before I get into our mini chat and conversation training around the shift that my client went through. It only took 3 months for my client this time last year to boost her rebookings from an incredible 86%, and to scale from a 38k salon to 57, and she has 3 team members. Wouldn't you like to know how to do that? And the shift, well, she stopped letting the business run her, and she decided to take action, and she started to be the leader in her business. And this all started by leading with a structured consultation flow and process that felt natural and not pushy. And that's what I want to go through today. Are you excited? So as I said today, I want to really support you all and give you a lot of value. I love giving value. I think it's really important as a community member and a business owner, business coach, and someone who has created 10k weeks consistently over 20 years with this leading consultation process. So it'll be a disservice to me to not share to you all how you can do that yourself. You might not have teams or a large team. You might be a solo therapist. You might be working part-time. You might be working from home. You possibly could be running your business by yourself, but also having contractors. Whatever your business model is, this does not matter. What matters is turning up as a leader, taking control of your business situation, and creating a consultation flow that feels natural and not pushy or awkward. And I just want to share something recently. On Sunday, yesterday, my husband and I, every 2 weeks, drive to Sydney as I look after my beautiful hands-on clients, my facial clients. And we come across, was highly recommended, this incredible business. And it was in the middle of nowhere. So where I live, in this small town called Bellingen, under Coffs Harbour near Port Macquarie, if you're familiar with New South Wales, Australia. It's 500 kilometres for context from Sydney. Now, 3 hours into our journey, we stopped at the most incredible place. It's called the Artisan Farmer. Now, this is probably not a place that I'm going to say go to. I mean, of course, if you're in the area. But my point of the context of this is it was an incredible business model that transformed everyone in that business. There was a queue that was so long. I don't know if you saw my Instagram yesterday. I'm going to repost it actually. I actually might post it here. The queue was so long it was going outside the door. Now the Artisan Farmer is a paddock to plate experience. It's got a cafe, a deli, a bakery, there's flowers, there's giftware, there's food items to purchase like cookies and chai. There's even packaged meats and cheeses of such high quality. The incredible thing that struck me here, they had a very clear vision, a plan, and they were executed with consistency. And I talk about this all the time, consistency, but consistency that works and pays off. They knew their ideal client and they catered directly to them. Everything was simple, beautiful, and easy for the customer. And that's what I talk about all the time, having an easeful, simplified, but sustainable business. So even though this business, this food business, this concept is very different to beauty and skin, it's a similar business model. They weren't just selling pies, salads, or toasties. They were creating an experience. And because of that, people don't think twice about buying, staying longer, or coming back. And that's what I wanted to talk to you about, because my client who created she went from 38Ks to 57Ks, shifted her mindset and her business model to create exactly that. So her clients will come back, rebook, refer, and purchase from her and her team. How's that? So I'd love you to open your mind and your mindset, because this made me reflect on our industry. Isn't this exactly what we need to do in our salons and skin clinics? Does the marketing message speak into what your clients need, want, and desire? Are you clear on who your ideal client is and how to cater for them? This is exactly what I'm about to announce. I am so excited. I have got the Consultations That Convert workshop coming in 2 weeks. 2 weeks. There's limited places. It's a Zoom event online. And this is an opportunity that builds trust, because when you're giving your client that very thing they want, need, and desire, this builds a long-term relationship, and at best it builds the relationship in the moment. Because what builds a lasting relationship? Time and trust. But when you're with your client one-on-one, this builds connection, because you're not on screen. They're feeling your presence, your energy, your dedication, your enthusiasm. And something shifts, because they see you, they feel you, they understand that you're with them and you want to help them. And this what happens. Women will instinctively trust you, because women feel so much more. We have that natural instinct, that nurturing instinct. And if you show up with conviction, clarity, and certainty, and you align those 3 C's together, clarity, certainty, and conviction, you're building more trust than anyone else. Therefore, your rebookings, your referrals, and your retail will just flow. So much more than someone that's not aware of this. And this is what I want to share with you, and so much more, in my 90-minute workshop coming up, Consultations That Convert. This is a proven framework behind my consistent 10K plus weeks, without needing a large team, without spending costly money on marketing, and without having a packed appointment schedule which leaves you exhausted, burnt out, and overwhelmed. Would you like to know more? Because in this 90 minutes, I'll be covering at a much deeper level on the 5 psychology-based framework structures that creates trust, and how to instantly shift your client conversations. And the gap phase. A lot of us don't know about this gap phase. I'm going to take you through so you can master, understand, and see the gap phase. Because once you see it, you can't not see it. And no other business coach in the industry is talking about this and knows about this. I can confidently, with certainty, say I mastered this. I understood it deeply. And that's why I was able to be an 80% booked out clinic with 3 full-time beauty therapists and myself. Because the gap phase is the critical moment where clients decide and how they feel seen, heard, and ready to say yes to you. Because it's all about timing and language that works. And I'm going to go over why the last minute recommendations fail. Wouldn't you love to know that? And what to say instead of rebookings. What to say when retail isn't your strongest avenue. Maybe it is, but how can you make it even greater? And this is the first time I'm going to be sharing this publicly and going at the depth I will be in my workshop, Consultations That Convert. It's a game changer. If you've tried every avenue in consultations, or you avoid them, or you think they're not useful, I'm going to show you a different way. If you're tired of unpredictable bookings, if your clients are cutting back or not saying yes to you, or avoiding a consultation, you and your clients, if you feel like your business is running you instead of the other way around, this is for you. I'm just really excited. Hopefully you feel my energy, because this lights me up. When you are able to connect to your clients at such a level, this is where things really shift. Because you can build a skin and salon, a beauty salon that delivers results, drives revenue, and gives you the freedom you want. Why your business approach is limiting, and your income and energy. This is a proven way to grow your skin clinic or beauty salon that transforms clients' results while giving you the freedom to live a life on your terms. Are you excited? I hope you can see the potential here. I'll just see if anyone's here. Give me a hello. Hello, hello. And let me know where you're coming in from. I love seeing where our community reaches, because we've got an international community here, and I love to hear where you're from. Let me know. Give me some love, people. So how does this sound? You know, I can rave on about so many client results here. Because the thing is, when you master consultation, when you really get it and understand it, you want to execute it with this much certainty. And that's what I saw in this Eats place. It was phenomenal. Absolutely. When you see people in the middle of nowhere, like this place was in the middle of nowhere. We're talking 3 hours either way from Sydney or the mid-north coast on a huge property. Like, they thought of everything. The parking was spacious. It made it so easy as a customer pulling in, driving out. And when you do line all these things up and you think about your client's arrival and your client's departure, this is what clients come back for, because your clients don't actually, I'll say this again, your client experience doesn't end when your hands come off them. Your client experience ends once they leave the door. And then more, how you follow them up and what you do after their service or treatment. Because this is what's missing in the industry, and this is what I shifted. You know, I started from zero, absolutely scratch, and created a multi-six-figure business. 25, and at 27, it blew the industry away. To get 80% booking in 10K weeks blew the industry, because I was diligent, dedicated, and committed and driven. That drive allowed me to see what was missing in our industry. How can I actually go the extra mile and really listen to my people? And that's what women want. They want to be seen, heard, and understood. And guided. Seen, heard, understood, and guided. That is a huge part of the formula that makes you the person they think about, top of mind before they get distracted and go to another clinic or provider or purchase another product online or somewhere else. Wouldn't you rather be top of mind? And this is where things turn around. To create those deeper relationships that people trust you. So, your action steps from here is not only to click the link and register for the consultations that convert, coming soon, limited spaces because it is on Zoom. It's to think about your marketing message and who your ideal client is. So you've got 3 action steps. Register, think about your marketing message and who your ideal client is. Are you tapping into their wants, needs, and desires? And also, are you clear of your ideal client? It's not just their age, their occupation, what their ideal treatments are, what their results they want. What do they dream about? What wakes them up? What are they Googling? This is the important things. And it's how you come across, how certain you are when you're with your clients. With that loving, assertive, kind energy. Because it's female-based led sales system that turns your clients around. I don't know, this just really lights me up, because when you see the results shift in your own business, and I see this all the time with my clients in the coaching business, it really, really changes things. So go ahead, click the link, I'll drop it here, and we'll be in touch. All right, beauties, have the best week. Food for thought. You've got some thinking to do, and I'll catch you next time. Bye for now.